Hallelujah. I hope everyone is okay like me. I'm happy. Anyway, today what I'm going to talk about is a vision about the end, what God showed me or what I had. So I will talk about like 5, 6, it will depend. So I told you, my first dream, it was about preaching 2020, but it was not the first one. So 2019, I had one. 2020, I had one. 20, yeah. So I will start with 2020. 2020, I told in my first era, I said I had a dream where I was preaching. So today I'm going to talk about the reversion, about the end. So in 2020, it was September when I had my dream. And for me, always my dreams, I have them in the middle of 4 a.m. to 5 or to 5:30 a.m. around that time. It does not go beyond that. So when I was in spirit, as usual, I heard a voice told me the day of judgment has come. They are going to pay burning of city and many things to come. So then I waked up. I posted it on my Facebook account. I posted it. It was September 23rd. So I don't remember if I got it on September 23rd or 20th or 22nd. I don't remember, but what I remember, I posted it on 23rd September. So you can just see what has really been happening since that time, 23rd, since September. So I continued. I think it was October. I had another one. I was in the spirit. Then from nowhere, I looked up, and as I was looking up, I saw like a space was opening, like a seat was opening. I happened to see with my clear eyes. I looked attentively, like I was watching something to come out. Then from there, the gap enlarged. Then from it came bad. It was white. It was so strong. Then I waked up and I told my friend, you know what? I have had this dream. I don't know what it means. She told me those are evil spirits. I did not believe her. So again, I had another. As I was waking up on my bed. I was sitting on my bed. Then I looked. This time I was not dreaming. It was real. So I saw an animal. It was like watching over me as I was sleeping. So when I woke up, it started moving. So I was scared to see it. Just to wake up and you see an animal there near your bed. So it continued its way. So as it was about to disappear in one of the corner, it turned, and when I tell you, it had a face of a man. You can just run out of the room if you have that. So again, I told my friend, I don't know what's wrong with me. This time, the other time it was a white bird. It was so strong. I was scared to see it. So this time, it's an animal, which has a face of a man. Then she told me, you girl, you have bad spirits. Pray for yourself. Those are evil spirits. Then I told her, maybe Satan has waked up. Well, you can't blame me. I was not that person who has a Bible. I left my Bible at home. For now, I can say I'm working, but it seems like I am in captivity because I'm not in my country. I am yet like a slave. So I'm receiving all this vision of about the end. I'm in a foreign land. So for me, I can say I'm in captivity. So later, I went to, that was October, so November, I had another one. So but in November, I had just started reading about the Bible. So as I was reading about the Bible, because I downloaded it on my app, on the app's Google Store app. So I started reading. Then I came to realize, yeah, the bird is the spirit, flying eagle. Then the animal which has the face of a man, the beast which has the face of a man. So I understood them. I could no longer call them evil spirit, as my friend told me before. I knew now what I was dealing with. So in November, I had another one. I was somewhere on the street again. So someone knocked on the door and I went to open. When I opened, I saw two people, but they were girls. I did not know them, so they were not my visitors, but they were visitors to one of my roommates. So I looked up, like from nowhere you look up, and from the sky I saw like a screen. Two photos were on the screen, but I recognized him as a picture of Jesus, which they saw. They saw us in a movie, but they were not the same as in the movie because he had a hair. His hair was black. His car was not so white, and his car was not black. So then from nowhere, after one of the photo disappeared and remained one. So from there was joined by two people, all two people. I did not know their name. For me, I called them witnesses because these two people, when I was watching the movie of Jesus, we saw two old people appearing as Jesus was reciting his prayers. So for me, I recognized them, but they were not white as Jesus. For them, they had a brown color, and their hair was not like the whites, for sure, because I'm saying what I saw. So, and on the side of because Jesus was in the middle of them, one was on the right and one was on the left. So on the left of, I saw another man was like blowing. That's when I can identify it as a trumpet. So on top of the screen, I saw the end of the world. So I went down to see because when I was up, I was distracted by these two, obstructed. So I came down, but the frame or the screen, it was no longer there. Then I came, as I was climbing up, a man started wrestling over my body, was frightening me in a romantic way, which I did not want. And I told him, it's the light of God. So I came inside, but before I came, I looked back. I saw a drunkard man. He was holding a bottle. So I came into the house, but I was scared that these two girls were going to tell a friend of mine because I did not want to tell her what has happened between me and her husband. So for me, I was just on that. So the lady asked the other girl, "Are you not going to allow your friends to come in?" I just said, "Okay." She went and passed them through the back door, but for me, I passed through the front door. So as I was waking up, I heard a voice telling me, "Go and tell the world the end has come." So I woke up and I told, phew, I posted it to some on my WhatsApp and some on my Facebook, like stories. And I worked, and that was all. That is what I could do. So again, that was in November. I received others' dreams. So we come to December, I think so. Or late, it was late, I think it was early December or late November. I had another one. I have been having many, but I'm talking about those ones which are important and which I can remember clearly. So I had another one. We are in a class, and in the class there were those who were doing exams, and there were those, we are in groups. There were those doing exams, and for us we are those who had completed ours. We had already passed, and there were those who were laughing at these ones who were doing the exams. It was a class, but it was a disorganized class. So then I wanted to help one to do the exams. So I wanted to sheet for her. Then one person told me, "You can't do that. They will get you, and you will fall into a problem." Then I told her, "It's okay." So in my mind, I was not settled. I wanted to hope. Then I said, "What can I do?" And I went down. I sat. I looked at the girl. She was doing exams, but she was like, she needed help. So in my mind came across. Then I started reciting prayers. As I was reciting them, those who were laughing at me loudly. So as we are continuing laughing, making fun of me, the more I got more energy and I prayed. Then a girl came to me. Then one person told her, "You pray for her and put your spirit in her so that you can pass like you." So I prayed for her, but she never went to go and study. So after we saw our teacher was told to put a seal or a mark on our forehead. So our teacher did so, but when I studied, I did not see the mark, how it was, but we had already received one. So from there, I was taken outside of the class, and I was taken somewhere. It was in the middle of the road, but in the middle of the road, there were people, many people, and for us, we are now free people. And there was a young one, and for us, we are like in the same age. So this young one did not want to go. She said, "I don't want to go. I don't want to leave my parents." Then they told her, "Your parents will come. Let us go, because if we don't go now, they will leave us." So the girl said, "No, I can't go. I want my parents." So from nowhere, a flood came, water coming from nowhere. It was not raining, but the water came, it was sweeping people. So we ran until we reached to our destiny where we are supposed to be picked from. So when we come, our teacher who put a seal on us, he told us, "You enter that room so that you can't mix with these ones. Others, they have taken them, and for you, they are going to come and take you again." So when he said that, I looked behind. The world, it was so dark. Total destruction. The world, it was dirty. You couldn't understand. It was dark, not dark. saying that something that it's in the mess. Something is wrong. Then I came out of my dream. But that message, so far, what I can say about in our going, there is two. There is the first recapture and there is the second recapture. To those who don't know how to read a Bible. So this one, I have just understood it in 2021. As I was watching one of the videos from someone was explaining about Revelation, and even me, the way I have been reading. So, because just to imagine, after putting a seal on us, and when we came, somebody told, because we were taken somewhere to, as we are coming out, somebody told us that some have been taken, and for us, we are put in a certain place. We are protected from there, but yet outside it was a total mess. There was destruction. So that means there are those who were going to be liberated before first, and there are those who are going to remain in order to fulfill God's words. So, what I don't know, who will go in the first recapture and who will remain. But for me, I'm sure I'm going to remain. Because the way I have been receiving my vision, my dreams. Maybe God has a purpose why I have to remain. Even me, I haven't discovered myself what I have to do. But for me, I was told to tell the world. So I'm trying to tell to those who can hear. Because even in the Bible, it says, the wicked will not understand, but the righteous will understand when the time comes. So for you, it's about you, whether you believe, and you mark you. You are not saving anyone's soul. You are saving yours alone. So maybe in a first recapture, they will take your child, if the child is well behaved, and they leave the others. So just to see, the child was crying, and what we told her, that what your parents will come, they will bring them later. Let us go. You see? So it's you, parents. Polish your children so that they can deserve the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is for children as far as I have seen in my visions. Many elders are not going to make it because many elders, they are going to suffer the great tribulation. And the great tribulation is a time of trouble.